Okay. So as I was saying, you have pent, you have X, you have X, you have ox, and you have none. I hope you get that straight. That's for that. You get that before we continue.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
No, can you repeat that?
It's on the board.
Oh, okay.
So anytime you hear for now, going back to quadratic equation. Anytime you hear quadratic equation, so quad, you are correct with 4, but then it implies that the highest power of that equation. Do you know the meaning of equation first?
Yeah.
Okay, equation. There's equation and there's another one. I don't know why it's not coming to my head. There's equation. Okay, there's expression and there's equation. Expression is just something that does not simply. Let me put it in this simple manner. One that does not have equal sign. So, like if I have an equation like this, or like an expression like this, I'm coming. Do 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 do. So we have something like this: x plus 3 plus y, for example. This is an expression because it does not have anything that has an equal to sign. You're not trying to solve it. So this is an expression. But an equation is the one that you need to solve to get something. So equation has an anytime
Hold
you
my door.
Of course,
anytime
Angela keeps
you
yapping,
see
bro.
Hold my door.
so
Oh,
anytime you see
Be quiet.
all right, so as I was saying, anytime you see I hope Angela is here anyways. Anytime you see something that has an equal to sign, then you call that one equation. Do you get it? Just like the equal sign, the word equal sign, equation. So anytime you see something that has an equal sign that you need to solve for an unknown, then you call that one an equation. But I hope you're with me.
yes, sir. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. So, but when it comes to expression, like I said, expression does not have any equal sign. Like you are not trying to solve for anything, rather, excuse me, sorry, you are only trying to um simplify. That's for expression. So now, as I was saying, I already explained what equation means. And anytime you hear a quadratic equation is any equation that has the highest power of the equation to be equal to 2. You get it? The highest
Mm-hmm.
power of the equation is equal to 2. So like if I have something like um x cap to something like this. So x cap to that's x to the power of 2 plus 2x plus 4, for example, equals 0. Now, this is an example of a quadratic equation, and it's an equation because it has this equal to sign and our unknown variable. Remember what I told you about variable in
Mm-hmm.
mathematics, in programming. I said variables are the unknowns in mathematics, right? Do you remember? I don't
Mm-hmm.
think, but anyways, variables, I'll say it again, they are your unknowns in mathematics. So what unknown do you have here? You have x to be unknown. You want to know x. So because you are trying to know x and you have this equal to sign, then you call this an equation. Now the double combo is that when you have the highest power of any equation to be 2, the highest power of the equation is 2, then you say that equation is a quadratic equation. If I have something like this, for example, now, and I have this to be to the power of 3, or let's say to the power of 4, do you think this is also do you think this is also a quadratic equation? Fahad,
Yes, ma'am.
is this also a quadratic equation, the one that has raised to the power of 4?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I just explained, that means you're not listening. I said A quadratic equation is an equation that has the highest power to be 2. The highest power of the equation to be equal to 2. Is what Angelo?
Angelo, me and Mike, if you're here.
I'm right here. I've been talking this whole time.
No, you weren't. Shut up, Blue Bro.
So, as I was saying, I said quadratic equations is when you have the highest. I don't know why I wrote rubbish here. So it's just, I think it should be correct, right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. My head is not working. So when you shall have the highest power of the equation to be equal to 2, then that's a quadratic equation. So if you look at this now, you have x raised to the power 2 plus 2x plus 4 equals 0. The highest power of this equation is 2. And for this second equation now, the highest power, as you can see, is 4. So when you have the highest power to be 4, it is not more a quadratic equation. Do you get?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Sure. Angelo probably gets it. He's gonna teach me if I don't get it. Don't worry.
So there are different ways that they might teach you on how to like solve quadratic equations. But the first one I'm going to teach you is the formula method, because that one is a bit straightforward. So I hope you are with me. So for the formula method, you have the formula for, like now if you look at, let's say for example, you have, oh no, okay, I'm on the highest. So let's say for example, you have x raised to the power 2, x raised to the power 2 plus 4x plus 3, I don't know, let's say plus 12 equals 0, for example. Now, I hope you're with me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, what we're trying to get is our unknown, and our unknown is our variable. So, what is our variable in this equation?
X.
Thank you, Angela. So, our variable
How do
is
you
x.
know that?
So,
Oh, variable, yeah.
for formula method, the formula you're going to use to find x is, you say, I'll teach you, you don't have to, it's not hard for you to memorize, okay? You say x equals, I'll explain it to you, so it's very simple. Don't think it's too big. Minus b plus or minus square root of, okay, b squared.
What the flip flop is this?
It's very simple. I promise.
Miss, I
You see,
promise you, I don't understand a
What the
single
hell am
thing.
I looking at?
Like,
don't
I asked you,
worry,
I
don't
don't
worry.
understand a single
You see
thing.
that it's very simple. It's the simplest and it's very easy. You don't need to memorize the formula now. Okay, forget about the formula. All right. Okay, we'll know the formula later. But I like till now I know it often because I don't know, just somehow easy. I'll explain it to you so you know how to like memorize it to yourself. The formula is x equals, so now your variable is x here. If they change the variable to y, that means your unknown will be what now?
Why?
Thank you, smart. So as I was saying, minus b plus or minus square of b square minus 4ac over 2a. So this is the formula for quadratic equation. This is the formula for quadratic equation. Sorry, please.
I just want to play chess while she's AFK.
Send the link on Discord.
All right. So this is the formula that I was saying. Now, when you have equation like this, quadratic equation, the general form of quadratic equation is like this. Let me show you. It's simply a x raised to power. Sorry. The general form of quadratic equation is like this. Don't worry, don't memorize it though. You understand it now. Don't worry. Let me just write it out for you. Ax raised to power 2 plus bx plus c equals 0. Now, anywhere in this world, if they ask you that what is the general form of a quadratic equation, it is simply this that you have here.
Miss, if I told you I actually understood this, I would be
Miss,
lying.
there is no numbers. I don't see any numbers here, Miss.
Yeah,
And how did you get 2a squared when the
I said you should
bro?
forget. Okay, calm down now. Calm down. You get it. You've been doing things that are harder than this. So forget about the formula that you have below here. Okay? Forget about
Mhm.
it. Now let's I don't want to erase it, so let's just act like it is not here. Okay? Let me cover it with probably this. So let's just act like it's not here for now, and then let's continue with the class. So when you have equation of this form that the power is greater than 2, then
Angela
it's
left. I think his computer is bugging.
okay. Don't worry. So
So
like I was
this is
saying, as I was saying, when you have an equation in which the highest power is 2,
On it.
then you say,
Just fine.
are you with me?
Listen,
Are you saying something?
Me?
Yeah, you are
No,
saying
no,
something.
no. Wait, I come back.
If you're not talking to me, mute yourself.
Okay, okay.
So, um, as I was saying, you recognize a quadratic equation. How? The only way for you to recognize it is when you have the highest power of that equation to be equal to what? 2. If you have 3 as the, let's say for example you have 3 here, then this is no more a quadratic equation because the highest power is now what? 3. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Now, so we're getting it small like this before we move to the advanced
Yeah.
stuff stage. Now, they can now, as I was saying, this is like an example quadratic equation. This thing here, right? It has numbers in it and one unknown that you're looking for. Now, the one that you have in red is the general form of quadratic equation. What this means is, let's say, for example, I have this one to be 2x squared. It's what this simply means. It's very simple. Is that I already told you guys something. I taught you guys variable. I taught you guys coefficient. So now, if I ask you now, what is the coefficient of x squared in this red one,
Believe.
Angelo?
2.
No, in the red marker.
Oh. Coefficient. X.
No, no, no.
Oh, I
no
mean no.
wait,
A.
the coefficient is
It's
A.
A.
A, thank you. Coefficient is
I,
whatever is standing beside you. Have you forgotten? I said if I am standing beside Angelo, then the coefficient of Angelo is me. Do you get it? So whatever is standing beside whatever they ask you. So now if I say what's the coefficient of x squared here, it is A. What is the coefficient of x here? It is B. Are you getting it?
oh,
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
what's the coefficient of C here? It is 1 because 1 is 1 times C is TC. So if I write 1C here, same thing as C. I hope you get it.
So wait, 1 is also the coefficient?
And now let's say you are standing alone here now. This is Fahad, for example. If I ask you that, let's say I was standing beside you before now as a lady. I don't know, the air might not look nice. As a lady, if I should ask you that, oh, what is the coefficient of Fahad here? Then it's definitely this lady. You get it? But
Mm-hmm.
if this lady is not here in mathematics, as you stand alone like that, it's the same thing as me saying 1 times Farid. Since
Oh.
don't it give you Farid back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they now ask you, if you're standing alone and they ask you that what is your coefficient, just tell them your coefficient is what? 1, because that 1 is invisible, but it's still the same thing as 1 Farid. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I hope you get it though. True.
So basically 1C would be a coefficient.
C would the coefficient
Yeah.
of C is 1 like that.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, got it.
okay. Thank you. So now if you look at it now, if you look at this, from here, if you compare any given equation with this general equation, don't forget in your life, it's very easy. The first one is letter A. A comes with the highest power, which is x squared. Then after x squared, the next power is raised to power 1, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
And anything raised to power 0 is what?
0, 0.
1.
No,
One.
one.
Thank you, Angelo. That's smart. I thought you guys
I
already
keep
know.
forgetting. I keep forgetting, Miss. I
I don't
keep
know why you
forgetting.
keep forgetting. No. What are you thinking? Do you have kids already?
Okay. Okay.
All right. So as I was saying, sorry. So look at the flow. Can you see the flow? The first power is what, 2. The second power is what, 1, and last power is what, 0. So when I said x raised to the power 0 is still the same thing as what, 1. So I can say this is just there. Can you see it? You don't have to memorize it. So the first letter is A, B, then C. Then the power will start from 2, 1 down to 0. Do you get it?
Mm-hmm.
So please don't
Jiggle
forget.
wiggle.
Please don't
Yes.
forget. So if they ask you the what's general form of a quadratic equation, you just write it down for them. Oh, ax squared. Or you do it like this if you don't want to forget. So you write A first, then you have B, then you have C. But don't forget, equation must always equal to what, something. Must always equate
Can I
to
take a
something.
screenshot of it, Miss?
Yes, yes, I'm with you.
This
I mean,
looks extremely advanced, Miss. Like, yo.
can I take a screenshot?
Yeah, she said
Of
yes.
course,
Yeah.
I would reduce it so you can take a screenshot when we're done.
Okay.
I'm done, bro. Oh my
All right, so
god.
let's just continue. All right. So as you can see now, so the general form of quadratic equation is this, but don't forget, if you want to write, you write ABC first and it should be equal to 0. Then you take start from the power raised to power 2, because the highest power has to be 2, then x raised to power 1, and the last one x raised to power 0, which
You cut
can
out,
give you.
Miss. Oh, never mind.
What did you say?
Never mind.
All right. Do you have any question you can ask me?
Not right now.
All right, so let's continue. So they can give you any quadratic equation and they can ask you to find A, B, C. So now if you look at this, let me give you another one. Let's say you have 4x raised to power 2 and plus, let's say, 3x plus 6, for example, equals 0. And then they are asking you to find A, B, C. So what you just need to do is very simple. You just write out the general form of a quadratic equation, which is what you have here. This A squared plus B squared. Now they say she find A, you just compare and contrast. Like, okay, this is A, this will be B, then obviously this is going to be C. Why? Because if I did like this, for example, there are different ways of doing it though. Look at it now. X will cancel X. So you have A to be equal to what?
4.
4.
4. X here will cancel X. Your B will be equal to what?
B,
3.
3. So it'll be 3B.
Here, your C equals what?
6.
6.
6. Can you see that it's very simple? Now,
Um,
it's simple.
yeah.
Now, let's
Yeah.
do more. Let's do more. You see that it's simple. Tomorrow, we'll do other stuff. So let's just stop in this simple part today. So now, if you look at this other, let me give you another one. Let's say you have let me give you another something simple similar. Let's say you have 3x squared. Excuse me, 3x squared plus 7x plus, let's say, 3. And then they now ask you to find the values of A, B, C. What you first ask yourself is that, oh, if I want to find the value of A, B, C, then I must know the general form of a quadratic equation. So you first write it out, like can write it beneath it. So that will be, oh, I'll have AX squared, excuse me, AX squared plus what? BX, sorry, plus C equals what? 0. Then I can now start to compare. Oh, if x raised to power 2 cancel x raised to power 2, then obviously my A will be equal to what?
A would equal
I'll quit this
to
game.
3.
3. If this should cancel this, obviously B equals what?
So 7.
To
Thank you.
7.
And obviously C equals what?
3.
3.
3. Now, let me take away this board. Don't forget about the formula that I wrote though, but I still need to take it away so I'll have space. So now let me give you another one, just 2 more so that you can compare. So let's say we have um something like this. Let's say we have something like this. Let me move to the board. So let's say we have something like this. We have okay, let me do it like this. A, or look at this first one now. This first one here. So let me try to erase this. Okay, good. So I hope you guys are here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now if you look at this one now, let me erase the number that is beside it. Now if I ask you, Angelo, if you cancel, let me pick another ink. If you cancel this and this, what's going to be the value of A? Angelo first.
If I cancel A and X,
X and X. What is going to be the value of A?
it cancel. Will it be? I don't know, miss.
Would it just be A?
No, now look at it. You know, if you're looking at the one that has numbers now, x square will cancel x square. You have A to be the coefficient of x square. Do you remember? Look at it.
Hmm.
The coefficient of x square
No,
here is what?
Well,
I
X
don't
squared
know.
is wait, which what is what are we on?
Yeah,
Oh, 4.
4. And look at the scope is that if you look at this one, the coefficient of x square here is A, and the coefficient of x square here is 4. And what are we looking for? A. So here A will be equal to 4. Look at the second
Mm-hmm.
one too. The coefficient of x square here is 3. The coefficient of x square here is A. So definitely A will be equal to what? 3. Let me show you another way again in case you don't understand that one. So if you look at this, but the simplest one is what I've taught you, Sha. If you look at it like this, one by one, pick it like this, you say ax square equals 4x square. Can you see it?
Yeah, but what
Yes.
if there's no number? There's just x squared and then there's 4x squared.
Okay, let me not go and explain that to you. But look at it this way. Now, you know that if you want to get A, obviously A is always the coefficient of x square. If you want to get B, B is always the coefficient of x, right? And
Yes.
if you want
Yeah.
to get C, C is always like the constant. I told you what constant means, right?
Yes.
You
Yes.
remember. Now, since you already know that A is always the coefficient of x squared, if you look at this equation now, what is the coefficient of x squared here?
Coefficient of X squared
I
is
taught you today with Farid. I drew Farid.
1. 1.
Thank you. That's
1.
1.
smart. That's 1. So that means your A here is equal to
The
what?
the coefficient of x squared is 1. Oh yeah, yeah.
So that means A equals 1 here. Do you get it?
Yes.
So if you don't write anything at the
Yes.
back, you should always know that, okay, the coefficient is, if you're not talking to me, sorry, please mute your mic, okay? So if you don't have anything beside the number, know that the coefficient is 1. Now, for B now, how will you get B? B is always the coefficient of x. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So if you look at this one now, what's the coefficient of x here? What's your B?
B coefficient of X would be
The
4.
coefficient of x
4.
would be
Thank you.
4.
Then your C is your constant. What's C here?
12.
C, the coefficient of C would be 1.
No, there's no coefficient kankan. C is a
12.
constant, so C will be equal to 12 straight up. Do you get it?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
compare and contrast your equation, that's all. So now let's say one more, just one more, and then we'll end the class. No, no, not end the class yet, because now your time. So I'll just give you a few questions. So look at it. I have AX. Okay, wait. Let me do it like this. So I have let's say x raised to power 2 minus 4x minus 12 to be equal to 0. Now, if I ask you to find a, b, c, the first thing you're going to do is what? Angelo first before I ask for her. If I
Find
ask you to
A.
find a, b, c
Which question?
from this question here, I hope you can see my cursor.
You have to put AX plus BX plus C.
Thank you, that's smart. So the first thing you need to do is to say, oh, I need to remember that I have ax squared to be general equation of a quadratic equation. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals what? 0. Thank you. Now we'll now compare and contrast. Oh, for me to get a here, my a in this equation will be equal to what's the coefficient of x squared here?
The rest. Coefficient of x
Coefficient of
is
x is 1.
1.
1. Thank you. So that means your a will be 1, right?
Yeah.
Now, what of b? Let me see who is smart enough to get it. What of
B
b?
B the power will be
Coef-
1.
the coefficient. The coefficient of b
Oh,
is what?
the
Would
From
coefficient
be
of
three,
this.
B is
would it be
1.
three? Be 3 or
No,
4?
now look at the equation now. Where did
Be
you see
4.
3?
Would be
Is it
4.
just 4?
It will be
Negative
4x.
4x. Negative 4x.
No, listen,
Would
farmer,
it
you're
be
getting
would
it.
it be to
Calm
the power
down,
of
you're
1?
getting it. The coefficient of x here is what? Ehen.
Oh, it's 4.
Is it just 4?
4
Angelo?
4
Is it,
Farad?
squared.
No, now, where do you see square? Coefficient whatever is standing beside it now. Have you forgotten? So
it
what's
is
standing beside x?
4.
Is it just 4? Can't you see a sign here?
Negative.
Negative 4. Thank you.
That's what I
That's
said, miss.
yeah, you said negative 4x. As I said, you should calm down.
Wait, miss, wait, how'd you get negative 4?
Because can you see the sign here? Is it just 4 that is here? If it is
Oh,
positive 4, you say positive 4, but negative 4, you have negative 4. Do you get it?
yep.
Now for the C is the constant. So what do you have for C?
Huh?
What do you have for C? The last number for C.
12.
Is it just 12? Take note of the signs.
Negative 12.
Thank you. Negative 12. So I hope you understand it now. Take a screenshot. I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm going to um, I'm going to what's the name? I'm going to give you questions afterwards. So take a screenshot now.
I'm done, bro.
Sorry.
This is so trash.
I'm cooked.
Alright, are you done?
I'm fudging done, bro.
Okay, I'm going to give you a few questions and I'm going to solve it. Let me just stop recording the class.
I'm gonna lose my mind, miss.